Back-to-back games to get last year's Eastern Conference finalists. Not only is this a tough challenge, but do you see this as a prime opportunity to maybe hit the reset button?
Well, I think we've hit the reset button a few times, when I'm coming in or after a win or, after the Tampa Bay game. So whether you're on a 10-game winning streak, losing streak, no matter how the season's going, you just have to play your game, and win or lose, you got to either learn from it or enjoy it, but put it behind you and get ready for the next one because, it's a long season.
What have you liked about Brett Kulak's games that allows you to put him on the top line and on his off wing as well?
Well, one thing is I like how he's skating. We want guys transporting the puck, but I also want us to be a little more assertive and getting up in the play. And I think with his ability, would like to see a lot more of that from our group, and he's certainly one of those guys that can do that.
What are you hoping to see out of Matias Janmark as he makes his return?
Well, I don't know Matias very well. Obviously, seen him play a little bit, but also mostly I've heard from the coaching staff just what a good utility player he is, and whether you need him on left wing or some shifts at center, or definitely on the penalty kill, what a solid penalty killer he is, or he can also play with the top players. Just he's good at retrieving pucks, getting the pucks, and going to the net, and often that's what those good players need, is just to do that. Retrieve pucks and not kill plays. And, I think later on, maybe not tonight, but he's a guy that can do that too.
When you've coached a long time, you have a certain way you want to coach. When you go to a new team and get all different players, maybe higher end players or maybe a defensive team or whatever, do you just keep coaching the way you want to coach, or do you have to change it markedly because of your personnel?
You have to change for your personnel, and I learned that when I'm from Kootenay to Erie. I was completely defensive-minded, and that was almost 100% of my focus. And I won a championship there, and I figured that's the way to do it. And I saw the way Kootenay did things. And when I went to Erie, I was blessed with all these offensive talents, and knew that I had to play to my strengths and my players. So, as every coach has their ideal of how you want to play, but you also have to think about your players on getting them to perform at their best.
Does the defensive coach, though, have to have some, what was the word Rod just used? Non-negotiables, even with his offensive guys?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's non-negotiables. Bad pinching, make a play, need to retreat. The forwards need to get above their check. We need an F3 high. We have to finish our checks. So, yes, there are non-negotiables that players need to do.
Challenges does Carolina present as, maybe you're getting your first look at them live?
First look at them live this year. Being in the Eastern Conference, affiliated with the Rangers, and certainly seeing them play in the playoffs a couple of years ago, know that team quite well. I don't think they've changed at all, or they have made changes, but their identity has stayed the same. So, I look at their depth, whether it's lines 1 through 4, play very responsible hockey, check very well. The defense move the puck up well and aren't afraid to get in the rush. So, you look it through there. I think there's a lot of challenges for us, but I think we need a good challenge right now.
Kris, just a thought on the amount of slot shot opportunities you gave up in the last game. I think I had it at 15 or 16. Obviously, it's something you want to minimize. Is it a work in progress with you taking over? Was it just unique to the situation against Florida the other night? Obviously, you didn't give up as many against Tampa in the previous game.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of it, absolutely. You cannot be giving up those quality scoring chances, and obviously Calvin played very well. You look at the amount of goals against he gave up, you think it wasn't a very good game, but the work that he had, it was unfair for him to be put in that situation, and we need a better job protecting the house, and a lot of it is not so much on our defensive structure. There's definitely things that could be better there on our defensive D-zone structure, I guess. It's mostly on our line rush against, coming back a little bit quicker. Defensemen being able to close plays at the blue line so they're not getting the rush. And then also importantly is our forwards stopping in the house, protecting the dangerous ice. and not flying by. So I think our defensive zone system, yeah, there's some things that could be better, but I think a lot of it has to do with how we're playing the rush.
And I realize the focus is on your team, but this is a different team. A lot of teams, Boston and Vegas play, zone. You came up in a system playing zone at the University of Alberta. This is a team that plays primarily man, and they play it about as well as any team in the league. How different is it to sort of match up against them?
Their system is their defensive zone system is almost identical to Florida. I thought offensively we created enough chances and did some good things there. We want to continue to doing those things. We've talked about our offensive zone play the last couple of days, and we're going to review it before the game tonight. And we want to build on that. And yes, they are good at that, and a lot of it has to do with just everyone on their team taking accountability of doing their job, but also with their defense. Their six are very good, and they skate well, and they're pretty strong. So it is difficult to get scoring chances against them.